Starscream, the second in command of the Decepticons. As the story goes, he hopes to one day overthrow Megatron and rule the Decepticons. Yet, if you're building a winning team in Transformers Tactical Arena, should you pick Starscream? Well, to answer that, I like to think about the game of chess. Starscream is like the queen. Both have a very good range of movement. Starscream can be placed almost anywhere in the arena. This is great for directly attacking turrets, which is the main objective of the game, which is why Starscream is such an important character in this game. And if you don't protect against him, he can do massive damage to your turrets. At level 8, for both the turret and Starscream, he can take away over a third of the health of one turret. Right there, that was 936 points of damage, which is roughly the equivalent of 2 nukes. However, it is advisable to play Starscream like his character would in the cartoon. He has an overdeveloped sense of self-preservation. If you just go straight for the turrets with Starscream, he's just going to die. And if you use him to attack characters in one-on-one fights, he's usually at a massive disadvantage. Instead, look for opportunities to more safely use Starscream, such as when the enemy is distracted fighting someone else. If you see that a turret is surrounded, then you can just drop him into the fray to more quickly take out that turret. But if you are going to attack a turret with Starscream, watch out for a counterattack with Minion Horde. That's why I like to cover Starscream with Stun. If I see the Minion Horde surround Starscream, poof, they're all gone. EMP is another option to defend Starscream, as that can immobilize larger targets. But at 4 Energon, that's quite expensive. At 8 Energon total, things can go very wrong if that combo doesn't work. Even if it does work, that's almost a full bar of energy. The Starscream is a legendary card, using 4 Energon of power in either mode. He's kind of expensive considering the offense and defense of the card. His health is somewhat light, while the offense is not bad, yet not great. But it's that precision to strike anywhere that is quite useful. There is a delay though. Starscream doesn't instantly appear onto the battlefield. He has to swoop in first. Even though it is a short amount of time, a lot can happen from when you place the card and when Starscream strikes. That's why it's tough to justify the 4 Energon for Starscream's Carpet Bomb attack. In Jet Fighter mode, Starscream can significantly damage or even destroy enemies within a large strip of the battlefield. It is stronger than Ion Beam, but it should be, since Starscream's attack uses an additional unit of Energon. And while Tactical Rail Strike is powerful, Starscream can hit both ground and air targets over a wider area. But what if your target is a main turret? Well, it doesn't hit very hard considering it uses 4 Energon. Yet, in battles where a turret is nearly destroyed and you need reliable damage to win the battle, Starscream's alt mode attack can be very useful. Starscream's air strike works like tactical support, so he drops his bombs and then leaves. That's why it's critical to understand how the damage can vary. Towards the left and right edges of the bomb zone, the damage is significantly weaker. It is more optimal to hit targets where the blasts overlap. This can do way more damage. This attack can also be useful for taking out Moonracer. It's not an efficient attack, but sometimes you just have to take her out. I've seen players defend her like she was made of gold. So, if you don't have any other cards to take her out, Starscream's card can be flipped over to launch the air strike. So, if you're forced into a situation like that, make sure your aim is true, and try to hit other targets, if possible too. Starscream's airstrike is pretty good for taking out swarms of weaker foes, but it doesn't do a lot of damage against tougher enemies. What's also bad is when you want to place him as a robot, but an accidental click causes him to bomb the corner of the screen. Quite unfortunate. So, positioning and timing matters. While Transformers Tactical Arena has some similarities to chess, this is not chess. Starscream makes sure of that. By being creative with when and where you use him, you can gain a significant edge over your opponent.